Hey everyone, I'm going to share with you something that we are working on. We just moved our books over from Createspace to KDP, and we have been going in and clicking on the rights and pricing. And you can see here, I just want to make sure that we are recording. No. Yes, we are. Okay, perfect. So you can see here all territories it used to say individual territories, and it had like not all of them selected. So we clicked all territories and then we went down and published. Well, now we're getting an email that says that it's rejected because the cover is not right. So the cover, I guess the spine text is too large, and we just created it on Createspace Cover Creator. And how we do our covers is we create a front cover and a back cover, and we upload them, and then it adds the title to the spine. So on Createspace, it was pretty easy and quick to make a cover. Now, the options is either to upload your print-ready PDF, which you have to use one of their templates. So I don't even have a template on this. And if you don't know what your book size is, you actually have to, well, you can view it on Amazon. So, I mean, you could just search on Amazon or on your bookshelf. We haven't changed anything yet, so I'll just show you. So on your bookshelf, we're doing the Faith one. You can say view on Amazon and click there. So this is the book we're trying to fix, the cover. Now, if we don't do anything, I want you to notice that it says right here live with unpublished changes. So if we decide not to fix the cover, it'll still be live, still be for sale. And that is a good thing about KDP, is if you are changing your book, it's still for sale until you've changed your book. Where Createspace, it was down for a couple days until it was, until you reviewed it and before you said yes, approve the book. So if we decide not to fix this cover, it will still just print like Createspace had it with the front and back. See how beautiful it looks? And we're done. Like, we don't have to do anything. The only thing is, it won't be all territories. It'll only be the ones that Createspace used to do. So it won't be all the other places that KDP goes to now. So that's the kind of the trick, is saying, do we want it to go everywhere, or do we want to fix the cover and then have our logo on it, or whatever we want to do? Well, as you can see down here in the product details, it's 136 pages, and it is a 7x10. So in order to do the PDF, we would have to download the 7x10, 136 pages with white paper, and download the cover. Now, once we've downloaded the cover template, then we'll have to open that in either Photoshop or something to fix it. So if you don't have Photoshop and if you don't know what to do, that's what this video is about. So what we're going to do instead, we're going to go ahead and click on content, because that's, oh, I'm in the wrong one. Go back. I did hope instead of faith. Go back and click, go back. We don't want to edit the hope journal. Oh, we are in faith journal. Yeah, I thought we were in hope. Okay, here we are in faith journal. So we want to go to content. And in the cover, we can click on use cover creator to make your book cover. So I want to launch the cover creator. And then you're going to upload an image from your computer. So I am going to grab that really quick. So let me just grab that file really quick. And I'm just grabbing the file and make sure that it's on my computer. Okay, so let me start sharing again. All right, so here is, those are all my, what you just saw was all of my covers inside of Google Drive. That's where I like to keep them. So we're going to choose from my computer, and we're going to choose that journal cover, and it's going to upload it. Now the options on KDP Cover Creator are not the same as the options in Createspace. So there's not an option here for me to upload a front and a back. There's only an option for me to upload the front or choose from their horrible covers, colors, and pictures. So what I like to use, what the fast fix is you can choose this design, the front cover image. It has your front cover, it looks beautiful. The only thing is we can't upload a back cover. So what we're gonna do is choose a color for the back cover. So with this one, I would probably choose a pink, and then probably a lighter pink. So maybe this one, that looks pretty. It definitely doesn't look as pretty as what it looked like doing the other, right? But it does look better than that. So the layout that I like is actually better for branding because we can have our imprint on it. And that is choosing this option with a logo. So description and logo. So now the description, I don't want to have anything. So I'm not going to write anything because a journal, you don't really have a description or a bio. But I do want to put my logo. So I can grab my logo, and a PNG makes it so it has no background. If you don't have a logo without a background, you'll have to have Photoshop to edit the background of that. So there's my logo, nothing on the back. It looks pretty. It says Faith Journal and Elite Publishing on the spine. You can choose font options, but I can't really tell if it's changing the font on the spine. It's so tiny. We could zoom in and check, but I think this is more choosing for if you had words on the front with their covers. So you can preview that and see how it looks. And it is going to be a lot easier doing this than doing it on Photoshop, just because it'll be a little bit longer. I will do another video showing you how to do it on Photoshop. But this does look nice. It doesn't look as nice as having it match the front and back, but it looks nice and it will work. So we're going to go ahead and save and submit that because we do want to have more territories. And it is nice that KDP goes further areas than Createspace. So now on Createspace, we could have just said submit, but here in KDP, it says you've made changes, so you cannot move on until you've looked at it. So we have to launch the previewer, and this is where KDP takes a lot longer than Createspace, and you have to sit here and wait. And sometimes it even says, like, go get a cup of coffee or make a sandwich because it's seriously taking so long. But it depends, I'm sure, on how many people are on the server, on how fast it takes. If you have a really fast connection, you might get it to go a lot faster. But yeah, so here it's going to take a little while. It's checking the cover for quality issues. It's going to take a number of steps. I usually, honestly, go off of this and go do something else and come back because I am a very impatient person. So, I mean, you can go on to Amazon if you want and check your categories, see where you're at, or, you know, look at some of the other books. We have a bunch of different books here. So it's still not going. So we'll just have to wait. Of course, your book, if you want to see, you know, if you use the template, there's all the different sizes. So you definitely can get your template and give it to your graphic designer if you don't know how to use Photoshop. Or you can learn how to use Photoshop, watch some YouTube videos, and download that. Photoshop, I think right now is $30 a month. It's a membership option, and you get all the other Adobe products, which is nice. It's usually $60 a month. Sometimes they have sales, and it really depends on what kind of level you want or how many programs you want to use. Another option is to use GIMP, G-I-M-P, and GIMP is another place that you could use instead of Photoshop. But I like the Cover Creator. It just takes a while. So to preview. The actual making of the book didn't take that long. It's really just the processing part that takes a while. So you might want to fast forward this part of the YouTube video so it doesn't take as long for you to watch this, or watch it on 2x speed. I like to do that. Watch my videos on 2x speed. So it's checking margins and gutter size. It's doing all the different steps. If you have any questions about KDP, you know, it is really nice. I noticed they have a nice community here. You can search forums, get answers to questions. See, here's all this different stuff. And they actually have a really good contact. So on Contact Us down here at the bottom, you know, Createspace was nice because you could just call. They do have a phone number. You just have to find it. But here you can do some different things, like update your categories. You can send an email. Oh, they do have the call us option. Awesome. So they are like Createspace doing that. Let's see if it's ready yet. Not yet. Must be a lot of people on the server. It's checking for blank pages now. They don't like you to have blank pages. But if you have blank pages and you have a page number on it, it's not considered a blank page, just so you know. We have submitted some journals that are blank, but they have page numbers on them and a header on them as well. Because some people like notebooks without lines. Some people like notebooks with lines. I think it's almost done. It had a jump in it, didn't it? We are getting close. It's preparing a print-ready PDF. So they're actually creating the PDF for the printer so that the printer can have the interior file and the cover file, and they can print it how it's supposed to print with their machines and get it printed very quickly. One thing I did notice on, was it on this page? Somewhere I was reading on KDP, and it was saying that, you know, it's going to be printed, your book is printed by many different printers. They don't just have one printer. And that's why it's so awesome, because if you're in the UK and you order author copies, they're going to be printing it in the UK. They're not going to be printing it in the US and then shipping it, right? They have printers everywhere, which is really awesome. Oh, now it is time to grab coffee. Here we go. So I've got to come up with more stuff to talk about. I'm not going to go get a cup of coffee. I just want to show you the preview so you can get an idea of how to finish this. And if you know how to finish your book in Amazon KDP, then, oh, look, now we can make a sandwich. If you know how to do this already, of course, you can just finish to the end of the video, or go ahead and go in and make your cover on Cover Creator. But yeah, as I was saying, there's lots of really good information in the community, and they talk about the publishing guidelines and all of that. It's getting closer. It's really taking a long time this time. I think the longest I waited is about 15 minutes. The fastest is like 2 or 3 minutes. But yeah, that's why I usually go do something else and then have to remember to come back, as far as doing something else online or doing something else on my computer. But as you can see, all of these books here have been moved to KDP. And, you know, this book is actually one of our top sellers, and we sell a lot of it. Not everyone leaves a review. We should try and get more reviews. But even if I don't go and update the territories here, it will still be printed just like this. See, it looks very nice having the front and back match, where if I use the Cover Creator and not the PDF, it is not going to match. It's not going to look as good, right? So you might want to take that into consideration. And I would have to get that template to make those as well. It's generating your print preview. I think that's the last step, or did I already say that? I'm not sure. This is going to be a longer video than I expected. And it's going to take a long time. And Createspace, you know, if you do have any questions, there is a area that says Createspace to KDP. Here it is, kdp.amazon.com help topic. So here's where all the information is that you might have questions. Here's where I was looking at, where it was saying, you know, who prints the book and all of that. And this video actually was very helpful. Was it this video? Oh no, it was this one. This video is KDP University. It's actually 23 minutes long. But this one was a really good video, and I like how they had this all lined out, so you could choose, you know, maybe you just want to go to the tools and resources, changing published books. You know, at the very end, it talked about that a little bit. Here's some of the stuff it was saying about, though the ebook, of course, has all these things, and now the paperback you actually can't change your title and subtitle anymore, like on Createspace, how sometimes you could change that. They did limit it after you submitted, but all of these things you can't change once they're published. So I think we're getting closer. Nope, still working on it. But if you have any questions about KDP and Createspace, it's all here. Like there's so much information here that helps you with the differences, and it will be a good thing having it on one platform. It's just going to be different. And Createspace was pretty easy, and KDP will be a little bit easier. It just seems to be taking a lot longer. And maybe because a lot of people are doing it today or something, the server is just taking a long time. But you can see here, cover creator tool, templates, create your own cover from scratch, all of that. They have all of these in here. Royalties. The other main difference from Createspace to KDP is the payment schedule. So Createspace used to pay every 30 days. Well, KDP is every 60 days. So if you are selling in November, you are not going to get it until, so you get paid for September in November. So hopefully that makes sense. So going forward, it's going to be longer time. So I'm not positive if that means that we're not going to get any money for one whole month. I think that's kind of what it means. So if you're counting on that, make sure that you know that that's going to be happening. Still submitting. I might need to pause the video because this is taking really long. Okay, finally it is done. So I actually went to Author Central and started doing some stuff because it was taking so long. All right, so now here's our print previewer, and you can see that it looks great. It doesn't look as good, like I said, as the front and back going on there. So anyway, it looks great, and we can scroll through and make sure everything's right. They want you to please check that everything's right, but we already had this published on Createspace, so everything's great, and it's still taking forever to load. So I'm going to go ahead and approve this. And it's going to take a while again. Waiting for KDP. Here we go. And then I'm going to save and continue. And the whole purpose of changing this cover was so that we get all territories. So I'm going to make sure that it is there, all territories, worldwide rights, and publish. This is a 7x10 book, and that's why we have the price a little bit higher. Could choose to make that a little bit lower, and we do have expanded distribution checked, so it is sold everywhere. And save successful. Now that will be submitted, and in 72 hours it'll let us know, probably just 24, but it'll let us know if they accept or not. And that's it. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments, and I'd be happy to answer them. Bye.